Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on last year's national champion, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Clark. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Washington Huskies offense will come out first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Williams looking for a man. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Williams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Washington. Out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him, and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Baxter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Quick completion on the out. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Touchdown, Longhorn! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that, and he'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, the ground game. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Williams will pass. That's reeled in. It's Green. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You've got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quickly complete. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Coleman. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here's a heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Picks up enough to get them first and 10 from the 11. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. QB draw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pocket breaking down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. Patel, he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Williams looking for a man. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now on the return. Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it. Oh, he's got some space. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. They've moved to the 16. It's first and 10. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 30 short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wideout trying to get it in. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake. He's got the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is just getting blown off the field right now on that Smurf turf. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to SMU.
Working that left side.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the 1st down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. He wants to throw it again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Under fire. The sweet feet buy a little time. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Williams will pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This one's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. He wants to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Huskies.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Rides the back and leaves it. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. A designed run for the quarterback. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wingo. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's got an open man. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Otten. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one up. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Williams looking for a man. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. From the gun, the running back has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Longhorns come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Going over the top. Holds it in down the sideline. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
To the air on second down. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have. Just keep chucking it.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Grab near the marker, it's Odom. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way.
You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Looking for room, it's Clark. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Works the middle of the field. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
And into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And he puts through the extra point. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he got loose. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Using his legs to buy some time. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They feed him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Open space at the 25. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
They go to the ground. Fights off a defender. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've gotten the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Finds a tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully
makes the grab past the marker. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
1st down for the offense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Looking to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the